Yo boys, it's DJ Power here. We got another glider co. Got another glider co. Look at that glider co. What's it doing there? Who put that glider co there? Get that off the screen. Get the fuck out of here. We got another guide video though. It's time for a guide. Last guide video went pretty good. Got like some views and like some people who wanted to like become educated instead of staying like stupid. So that's kind of epic. Let's move off the aesthetic windows. Let's look at this. So this right here is a dock that I made quite a while ago, and I never decided to finish because I'm a lazy prick. Basically, this just says what it is. Put the price range, say what I think is the best in that price range, and boom. These are my recommendations for like what you're looking for. Not everything is on here. Like obviously there's gonna be a couple more that I like missed because there's just so many knives out there. But these are the ones I could think off the top of my head that I think, you know, are very, very good. Only thing to keep in mind though is that knives that are not currently available, where it says like here, Hypex V1, Shankle Trident, Prodigy Mod A and B, those are going based off secondary prices. So you'll see the Prodigy down here, but those are the secondary prices because that's the only way you can get them still. We're gonna go over this list. We're gonna go over why I think each one is the king of their price range. And then after that, we'll talk about some new Aliexpress listings, because apparently you guys think I'm like always behind on what's coming out, even though I usually know what's coming out before you guys do. So like I need you to like chillax there.
I'm clutching this shit, you already know.
You're not gonna get that box without dying. They're all coming through that doorway. Oh my god, it's a Mark II!
Fuck! But whatever, let's talk about it. Not going into the 350 range just because I don't think most of my viewers are gonna ever go there. I don't think anybody who watches my videos is ever gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend $400 on it. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I make clone content. I gotta know what my audience is. So the $0 to $50 price range is where we start at. Every single like price range has balance listed, and then after that the recommendations specifically. So for the 0 to 50 price range, I think the Alien Live Blade is at the moment the best thing to get for budget. For handle heavy options, you have the Mamba clone, which is the quote-unquote budget Amazon trainer that Will Hirsch did, and the 40T stainless steel. It's just the regular Benchmade 40T, but it's like the older ones, so they're all like stainless steel handles. They're handle heavy. I have one, like right here actually. You can probably hear it. It's like, yeah, it's loud and it's handle heavy. You can't really fan it very well. You can get like 2 rotations before the handles start dragging. But I mean, they're tanks. They don't die, and they are handle heavy if that's what you want. For handle bias, Triton clone, which I am going to take out because I just don't think it's very good compared to what's out now. Sorry, I added a couple of things, but I forgot to take away things, so just apologies for that. Bowie Kraken clone, handle bias is alright. Falcon Live Blade, I'm gonna take that off as well because it's just bad. The weight distribution's off. For neutral, we have the WadsWad Amazon trainer, which I will flash on screen now. I've had a couple of these. The one that I had for the longest time, I had for like 6 or 7 months. I beat the shit out of it constantly. That thing took it like a champ. It's got no screws. It's like a hidden pin kind of thing. So for the latch, you just kind of press it against something and just bend it off, and it'll snap. and then you just kind of pull out the spring with like a pair of pliers, and then you're good. But they're good though. I do recommend them. They're like $9 on Amazon. It's pretty good.
Lunch? Oh, usual.
Hey guys, this is a defining moment. We can continue down a bland avenue, or we can turn this day around with a
perfect budget bali
from
Amazon.
If you can, take a Dremel and like use the cone tool and just kind of sand the inside of the handles because they're a little sharp, and crown the spine, and you're good to go. They're pretty good. Next in neutral is Falcon Trainer. Obviously, we all know my opinions on that. Alien Live Blade, obviously. If you want to hear more about the Alien Live Blade, go check out my other video. Blade Bias, Kraken Trainer / Tanto Kraken. They have pretty much the same balance, which is weird, because the actual Kraken doesn't, but it's whatever. For Blade Bias, Chimera Clone, specifically the Trainer, is good. Again, if you want to hear more about like these, or the Alien, or the Falcon, I have videos on them. You can just check them. Obviously, if you are on my channel, you've seen my Kraken Trainer video. Blade Heavy, the Barfly OG 1 and 2. The 2 is the one that has the screws and the bushings, and it's like $40. And then the OG 1 is the one with the pins, and it's like $20. And they're pretty good. They're very good for like learning how to do like heavy modding. So like regrinds. Like I did mine, and I have like an aggressive Tanto for my Barfly. So, as you can hear, my Barfly. But they're good to just kind of mess around with. And again, they're tanks. I've had mine for like 3 years now. I haven't flipped it for like a year, but I beat it consistently for over a year. They are fantastic. $50 to $100 price range. I think the best in this range is the Bali Plus Rep. Just because it gives you 3 ranges of balance, which you'll see here. This one is where we start to get to like higher end clones. So for handle heavy, we got the Fly Tie 62. Self-explanatory, it's a 62 blade, so it's not going to have much weight. It's pretty handle heavy with stock spacers. Handle bias if you put the 2 washers and a bushing for like barrels. Handle bias, we got the Titanium / G10 Basilisk clone. The Titanium one has a little more handle bias than the G10, but they both are handle bias. Neither of them is too heavy to hit the handle heavy. But they're fine. There's better on the market now, but they are still good, if that's what you're looking for. Just keep in mind that the G10 one is pretty thick, because it is an older the 1 clone. But the Titanium one is not too thick. The Bunker Plus Trainer is just really good. I like them. I think they're awesome. Titanium's Hack 3 clone, they're pretty good. Again, there's better things out there now, but if you really want bearings, that's like your only option for a clone. And they're good. I mean, they're not bad. Archangel clone, depends on the blade you get. The Tanto is like neutral, but the Bowie is handle bias, the Weehawk is like handle heavy, and I think they have a dual edge one, and that one's like neutral. EX10 clone obviously is good. If you take out the spacers, you put barrels, it's neutral, but depends if you want to take the time to do that. And then the Bali Plus Trainer Rep, which I had one, but I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it to make the Mako video, but I still plan on getting all of the Bali Plus reps and comparing them to real replicants. I do plan on doing that. I just have to get the money and like have to stop buying the newer shit that comes out to make that video. But it will happen eventually. I'm telling you that now. Neutral, we got the Alpha Beast clone. It's okay. I have a video on it. It's alright. I think the Chab is better, but if you're looking for the sandwich and you just like the regular Alpha Beast, then they're pretty solid. The standard Chab clone, which is the Scimitar blade, is neutral, and the Bali Plus Alt Rep, both are solid, as you know. Blade bias, we have the Alt Chab clone, which has a little more weight towards the tip, so it makes it that little bit of blade bias. Still very good, pretty sticky on rollovers. I've had like 2 of them. Oh, also I probably should add to handle bias the Trainer Chab clone. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. But the Trainer Chab clone is slight handle bias. It's fine though. And then Alt Chab clone, bali plus Tanto rep, because it's the same fucking thing. It's the same knife. Blade heavy, I have the Hypex V1. The price does vary though. I've gotten all of my Hypexes for like $50 because they just fucking kill themselves. The V1s flip really good, but they are beater material. You cannot safe clean a Hypex V1 because the blade hits the channel on both sides. It gets handle slap eventually. It's just not a quality product, but the design is good, and that's what carries it. I want to get another one for another beater because I have a soft spot for the V1 Hypex. $100 to $200 range. Atropos Bro. The value you get from an Atropos Bro is fucking crazy, and there's multiple blade shapes to fit what kind of balance you want. You can't ask for anything better. So first for handle heavy, we have the Max Ace Banshee. They're pretty blocky. They have the V2s now, but I obviously haven't flipped a V2 yet. But hey, Banshee is solid. All Max Ace shit is solid. Is good. Handle bias, the DMG. DMG is also awesome. A little blocky. It's more handle bias with the Trainer blade. Borderline blade heavy, or blade heavy. Borderline handle heavy. Sorry. And the live blade, the Tanto, is slight handle bias, so is good. For neutral, we got the Max Ace Serpent Striker. Obviously, that thing is fantastic, especially with the Trainer blade on it. One of my favorites. The Zephyr, which shouldn't be there because it should be in the slight handle bias. I don't know why that's there. Let me just kind of move that. Zephyr is good. It is a very solid, very tanky knife. The only thing you gotta watch out for is the blade, because there have been quite many blades that have snapped. So just keep that in mind. But the handles and the bushing quality, whew. I had a V2. I've had a few Zephyrs, but the one I want to talk about is I had a beater V2 that I got for $55, and the V2s have no bushings. And this thing was beat to shit. Like, it was destroyed. It was still able to be tuned to no tap. So, their channel tolerances are solid. Next to neutral, though, is the Atropos Bro. Again, depends on the blade. The Smoke, the Demon, are like blade bias to blade heavy, depending on if you get latchless or latched. Latchless gives you brass block spacers, and the latched gives you titanium block spacers. But the latchless goes to the end of the handles, the titanium doesn't, because it has a latch. The Kratos, the Karat are both handle bias. The Cassowary is like blade bias. Or no, the Karat would be neutral, sorry. But there's so many blade shapes that I can't remember all of them. But just, you know, look for them and you'll see. And they're cheap though. They're like $130 or something. They're really good. For blade bias, we got the Squid Trainer, the Atropos Lights, and the Vortex and the Zero. So the Squid Trainer, obviously, solid product. The channel tolerances aren't as tight as a Zephyr. It will get tap, but it is still a very good knife. The Atropos Lights are the aluminum handled ones, and pretty much all of them are blade bias except for like the Kratos. And that's about it. Vortex is made by Garrett. They are great. Bushings are pretty solid. It eventually will develop tap. Keep in mind though that the Zen pins have a issue of snapping if you get the V1s. I haven't heard any problems with the V2s though. So you could probably DM Garrett though if you have a V1 to replace the hardware, but I'm not 100% sure. Lastly is the Zero. Not a lot of people know about the Zero. It is really, really, really fucking good though. It's very similar to a Hypex V1. It has that like dagger style blade. It does hit the inside of the channel, but the handles are skinny and rounded, and like the spine is like polished and crowned, and it has that dip like a Fior, so it's very comfortable for rollovers and chaplains, and it's a good knife. Well, another one of my favorites that I want to get another one of. Now for blade heavy, there's only one, which is the Marin Light, but the Marin Light is arguably borderline blade heavy. It has a little bit of wiggle room, but because it's on the higher end of blade bias, I just put it in blade heavy. It definitely has more blade bias than any of the other ones in here, so that's why I decided to put it there. But it is arguably blade bias, not blade heavy. But they are fantastic, super good. Dalen, the guy who makes them, is a really, really cool dude. And he's very similar to NRB in that he stands by his products, which is always a huge plus. So yeah. Let's go to the last one, which is the $200 to $350 range. I don't expect a lot of you to be in this range, and that's fine. It's not me shitting on you, it's just how it is. A lot of people who are in the bali community really don't want to break that like price range of the 200s, which is understandable. And that's just kind of how it be. I just want to add one thing. Alright, cool. So, 200 to 350 range, I say the best is the Marin. The Titanium Marin is fantastic. Super, super, super good. Let's start with handle heavy. We got the Delta 50. Very chunky, blocky handles with a Bowie blade. It's handle heavy, like without a doubt. I don't like it. There's just way too much in the handles. Nothing in the blade. If that's what you're looking for, go for it. The tolerances are solid, and it's a pretty knife. It's pretty, but it just doesn't really flip very good. For handle bias, we got the Mod A Prodigy. This depends on spacers. If you put in barrels, it'll pretty much be neutral. But it's good. I have a funny thing about the Prodigy. I actually made a video comparing the Mod A to the Mod B, and this was when YouTube just kept taking down my videos. So if you guys want some exclusive videos that aren't on my YouTube, go over to my Instagram. I have like 3 IGTV videos that are not released on YouTube. It's the Rebela, the Prodigy, Mod A, Mod B, and I'm trying to think what the last one is. Can't think, my brain no worky. Oh, the XLT Origin, that's what it is. So if you guys want to see those, they are in fact on there. But yeah. Next on the list we got the Bowie Alpha Beast. Arguably in the 350, it is a little stretching it because a mint one will probably go for around 400, but you could probably talk them down to like 350. But they're okay. Again, it's BRS, so you're kind of rolling the dice when you get one. Next, we got the Covenant V2. That was the one that gave me stitches in my middle finger. That thing was a bitch, but it's a good flipper. It's just a very good flipper. Next, we got the Pit Viper Leaf Trainer, which I will probably be making a video on, so you'll see that soon, maybe. I have it on loan for now, but it is very good. The tolerances are pretty good. It has slight tap on the safe handle, but that's okay. It's a very good flipper. Really, really, really good. Reminds me a lot of the Nemesis, which isn't on here for some reason. I don't know. I'm sorry, this shit's fucking all over the place. Next is the Poseidon, which I got today. and it's like if an alt rep had a little more handle bias, and it's really, 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 really good. So, again, maybe another video coming out, but we'll see. And then the Nemesis, which I can compare to the Pit Viper, which is also very good. In neutral, we got the Nautilus, extremely lightweight. It probably should be under handle bias, but I'll leave it in neutral. You will feel the handle bias in fanning, especially in chokers. But it's not too much that you can't flip it. I probably should move it, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. The Mod B Prodigy, again, depends on spacers, but it definitely is better than the Mod A. So if you want a Prodigy, go for the Mod B. The Titanium Marin is neutral with an ever so slight blade bias. Very, very, very good. High quality knife. Alt Alpha Beast, another one, just really good, especially if you put it on barrels. I kind of miss my old one. I had one with dimples towards the chevrons, and so good. Alt Replicant, another one, really good. I have mine here, which I decided to tune, and like now it's actually good. So, yeah, it sounds really good now too. Like, I don't know how well you can hear it, but it's like very echoey sounding. It's really good. So, I like the Alt Rep. And then Tanto Krakens, which I have mine here, and it's another one that's got a slight bit of blade bias, but not enough for me to really classify it as a blade bias knife. It's boring, but it definitely is very competitive. Blade bias, we got the Tanto Replicant, still has enough handle bias, or not handle bias, but enough handle weight to do rollovers, sticky. Very good on fanning, very good knife. Again, just watch out for that BRS quality control. Atropos Zenpin Demon 2 is the only titanium Atropos knife that I really like and recommend. Aside from the Atropos Demon 1. But don't go for Atropos Tang Pins, by the way. Don't go for them, they are bad. Only get the Zenpin from Atropos, but I digress. The Demon 2 is fantastic. It's 5.5 inch handles instead of the normal 6 because it's the V2. It has, like, similar to how the Tachyon 3 is, with the, like, square handles at the top, rounded at the bottom. It's sick as fuck. Love it. Why is the Zero here again? I literally have it here, and now it's here. Okay. Sorry, I got brain damage. Next, we got the Tachyon 3 Aluminum Trainer. I want another one. Just straight up, I want another one. They're fun. They're not good. Don't get me wrong, they're not good. They're just very fun to flip. Last, we got the Blade Heavy, which is the Atropos Zenpin Demon 1. If you know about Jawlmus, you know how insane the Atropos Demon 1 can be. As his fanning is just fucking insane. The Demon 1 is literally just a fan machine. And that's it. If you really like fanning, you will love the Demon 1. There's a lot of handle room, they're fully round, but like not too round that you can't do rollovers. And the blade, oh my god, it's so blade heavy, but there's still enough like weight in the handles to do rollovers. It's so fantastic. That's another knife I want more of, but yeah, that's the list. Holy shit, this video is 25 minutes already. Oh my god. Wow, look at this. So we're on Aliexpress. Let's look at newest. Boom. We got new stuff to look at. So these just came out. They are Chab clones that are rounded like Pojo and stock. Ignore the bare bones blade, by the way. Just ignore it. Please don't look at it. Just ignore it. It's disgustingly cursed. We don't talk about it. They have the Bowie. They don't have any pictures of them, do they? No, they don't. Oh, they do. They show them here. Okay, so they got the Bowie, the alt. This is a scimitar. It's not a Tanto. They always call the scimitar a Tanto, but it's not. And then they have the alt, the Bowie, the scimitar. Now they actually have, if you can see here, they have a Pilot Chab clone, which is really funny. They only have a certain amount of them, so I want to try and snag one. But then they also have the disgustingly cursed trainers, but we don't want to talk about those, so we won't. Next, let's talk about a new clone company, Armshark. Armshark is new. They make the Zephyr clone, they make the Arctic clone, Triton clone now. And they are heavy contenders. If you haven't seen Ballyfly's video, by the way, shout out to Ballyfly, he's a gamer. If you haven't seen Ballyfly video on the Arctic or the Zephyr was so high quality. He ordered 4 of them, and all of them came with no tap, no play out of the box. So, kind of crazy if you ask me. But I got a few of these on the way. I have the Arctic, the Zephyr, this Triton on the way. I'm just waiting for them, as you do. In terms of Bali Plus, which I forgot to mention, Bali Plus makes the Chab, the new Chab clone. Bali Plus also makes this. They have a new Kraken clone with press-fit Zen pins, and it's based off the V2 Krakens. It looks 1-to-1 to the real thing. Oh, it has a little bit of tap, but like, dude, it is literally 1-to-1. That is the same knife. I own one of these. It's the same thing. I have to buy one of these because these look crazy. Like, look at it. If there wasn't a Bali Plus logo, you could actually get away with selling this as a real Kraken. And that is crazy to think about. What else? Max Ace V2, or the Banshee V2, gotta get one, eventually. And yes, before you ask, I know, I gotta get the Ether. Speaking of, I ordered one, like an actual Ether, last year in October 16th. It is October 26th of next year, and I still don't have it, so I gotta order Ether clone. I also forgot to say that Armshark makes these, the Ether clones. They also make the OG4 glider clone, so yep. All of them have bushings as well, so yeah. If you don't know about the Arctic, they made it so it's channel, and it actually has a design on the channel, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I have a lot of things that I am waiting on to receive, and that's about it. Stop asking me for links of things, please. Like, I just can't anymore, it's so fucking irritating. You saw how easy it was for me to find all these. You literally watched me scroll through Aliexpress and click them. It's not that hard. So just do it yourself, please. Thank you. That's about it for me, though. I'm filming this on Tuesday. This video will probably be uploaded Wednesday or Thursday.
Cinnamon, cinnamon, cinnamon.
So, yeah. That's about it for me, boys. As usual, leave your dumb comments. Let me know what kind of knives you want to see. Like, what reviews you want to see. Or even, like, non-reviews, like comparison videos. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see. Because recently I've been feeling kind of inspired to make more videos. As you've noticed, I've made like 3 in the past month, which is very unusual for me. But yeah, just let me know, boys. I would like to hear what you guys think, and I might be able to arrange things and get it done. But yeah, see you boys later.